So Ronaldo has come out with an insane action and comment which was absolutely incredible. So anyone who hasn't seen this, check out the video now. Now, in regards to what Ronaldo did in this video, is absolutely incredible. So, Ronaldo, in my opinion, is an OG and the greatest footballer of all time. Not just in this respect that he obviously is skilled, but he's a trained athlete. The guy's 36 years old and he's breaking record after record after record, still going at the top level. This is now his 5th European Championship, and he takes, like, looking after his body very, very importantly, which is why he is performing at such a high level. So his snub of Coca Cola in this video is truly incredible, and the fact that he just doesn't give a shit says a lot and speaks volumes for the man. So huge credit to him. And what's interesting with this action is he actually wiped off $5 billion worth of the share price of Coca Cola with that one action, which shows the influence he has on other people. But what is very good is that he's standing up for the right methods and the right approach when it comes to nutrition and lifestyle for optimal performance, which also correlates over to fat loss and muscle building, which we're going to talk through now. So obviously Ronaldo is a trained athlete. He's broken like tons and tons of records and is continuing to do so. So him pushing the fact of the importance of hydration really reinforces this. He's the top level elite athlete in the world, debatably the greatest footballer of all time. If you agree that Ronaldo is the GOAT, drop a comment below. So I'm going to run through some tips in terms of hydration and why it's important. So hydration is vital in terms of drinking enough water and not drinking sugary crap like Coca-Cola. Things like Coca-Cola is basically a recipe for type 2 diabetes. If you look at countries that tend to drink a lot of fizzy drinks, like countries like Mexico, for example, they tend to have sky-high levels of obesity, very high levels of diabetes, and this is all very much interlinked because when you're drinking, say for example, this is a no sugar drink, when you're drinking, say, sugary drinks, that's going to make your pancreas secrete a dump load of insulin, and that's basically going to sort of cause issues in terms of your body not being able to control your blood sugar levels, because your body basically becomes overwhelmed with the amount of times your body's trying to pump out insulin to deal with the amount of sugar coming in. So this is obviously going to cause type 2 diabetes, which is the type you get from lifestyle, not type 1 diabetes, which you're generally born with. Which type 2 diabetes is entirely within your own control, and you drinking crap like Coca-Cola is going to cause these sort of issues. So when it comes to the importance of hydration, drinking water is vital. 77% of our body is made up of water in terms of weight, and it's very important in terms of for muscle building, in terms of fat loss. When it comes to actually keeping hydrated and having salts and minerals in your body, something I would recommend you add in with your water is an electrolyte powder. That gets focused. So this is the one from Supplement Needs, and I will use 1 to 2 scoops of that in the morning with half a litre of water when I first wake up, and if it's particularly hot I might have another serving later in the day. So salts and minerals are integral in terms of sports performance and in terms of muscle contractions, which are very, very vital in terms of when it comes to building muscle or performing optimally like an athlete like Ronaldo. Secondly, after that, when we come into how much water do you want to be drinking, the answer to that is obviously it very much depends on case-by-case scenario. So if you're a bigger guy, for a man versus a woman, you're obviously going to need to drink more. If it's hot, like it is in the UK at the moment, it's roasting, then you will need to drink more fluid, and that will have an effect on your weight increasing. That does not mean that your body fat levels are increasing because your weight's increasing. If you drink 1 litre of water extra a day, your body weight will be 1 kilo heavier because 1 litre of water weighs 1 kilogram. So that's something very much to comprehend, that don't get disheartened that you're drinking more water and you're gaining body fat, because that's completely not true at all. So very, very important to make sure you keep hydration levels up. I recommend for guys as a minimum 4 to 6 litres a day. If it's particularly hot, you can easily do 7 to 8 litres, no problem at all. Women maybe slightly less, 3 to 4 litres is probably great for a woman. Those would be my suggestions in terms of the amount of fluid you want to be taking on board, so easy tips there. Next up, importance of water, we're looking at risk of injury. So one of the main reasons people get tendon injuries is actually, and tendon tears, pec tears, bicep tears, is actually dehydration and your connective tissue becoming dehydrated. And when your connective tissue is dehydrated, it's going to be weakened and not as strong or flexible and malleable as it could be. So if you feel like you have, like, a good way to think about this, if you've gone out on a bender you drink loads of water, alcohol dehydrates you. You'll probably find the next day that your elbows maybe feel a bit tighter than usual, your knees feel a bit tighter than usual, your ankles feel a bit tighter than usual, and that's because your connective tissues become dehydrated, which puts you at higher risk of injury. So this is something you very much have to be aware of, in particular if you're someone who's suffered with injury issues before. If you've had a lot of injuries before, I would really focus on making sure that you keep yourself hydrated, and this will reduce your risk of injury and also increase performance, which is vital. Now, talking about performance, one of the supplements that people tend to use an awful lot in terms of building muscle and getting jacked is creatine. Now, creatine, if you're using creatine, which I highly suggest you do, and if you're not sure where to start that, check my other videos in terms of creatine usage, how much and when. But creatine works very much using water and pulling in water into the muscles, intramuscular, to improve performance, increase strength, increase power output, and also increase endurance. If you haven't got that water there, creatine is not going to be able to work as efficiently, therefore it's not going to be able to do its job. Your training is going to be suboptimal, your progress will be suboptimal, you won't be building as much muscle as you can, and burning much as body fat as you could do. So these are some very simple tips for you to take home and implement today in terms of water. Make sure you keep hydrated, keep water coming in, and take heed from Ronaldo's advice in terms of not drinking Coca-Cola crap. Don't drink sugary fizzy drinks. I would also add in as well that diet fizzy drinks have a very negative effect in terms of your digestive tract, so try to just drink water. It will be well worth in the end. Longevity purposes, health purposes, performance purposes, aesthetic purposes, it'll put you in good stead. So let me know what you think of this video, drop us a comment below. Let me know if you think Ronaldo's no G, because he's my favourite athlete of all time, particularly as a Man United fan. So and just make sure you smash the like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you next video.